Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is September 5th, 2025, and this is my weekly trade review. We're reviewing an SPX iron Condor trade that's 10 wide, zero point 0.2 delta, 0-day options. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Let's go over here and see if I can get this done without any internet issues. All right, on the VIX. The VIX, again, it's just if it's below 17, I shouldn't be taking the trade. But since this is a virtual trade, I just want to see how it works in all market conditions. Again, one of the other things that you would notice on this trade, with this trade review, is that some of the fields that I get, some of the fields are not realistic fields that you will see in your live account. This is all about learning the mechanics and being in front of the computer and understanding what happens in the market at these different times with the volatility, where it's at, and different things happening in the market. It's trying to get all mechanical about doing this, and also trying to get an understanding of what should I do when these things go wrong. All right, but that's enough of that. Let's jump over to these trades. Monday was a holiday, so no trade. Tuesday, I was able to place that iron Condor at 63.35, 63.25 on the put side, 64.15, 64.25 on the call side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $3.70 credit. Was able to close that trade at $2.70. Was in that trade again. Here's these crazy fields. The entry fields are good. I saw these. I was getting the entry fields in the live account, but the close fields, those are the ones that you will not get. So I was in this trade at 9.32, out of the trade at 9.33. The purple lines are lines. That's why I got these purple lines on here to show me, did it stay within the strikes that I sold? If as long as it stayed within the strikes that I sold for enough time, you probably can make that 25% of that credit that you received. That's all I'm trying to do on these trades. Let's go to the next day, Wednesday. I was able to place that iron Condor at 64.10, 6400 on the put side, 64.65, 64.75 on the call side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $2.65 credit, closed it for $2. Was in that trade at 9.33, out of that trade at 9.51. Next day, Thursday, I was able to place that iron Condor trade at 64.75, 64.85 on the call side, 64.25, 64.15 on the put side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $2.70 credit. Was able to close that trade for $2. Was in that trade at 9.31, out of that trade at 10.04. Friday. Today, I was able to place that iron Condor trade, and I always go the wrong way with that. I was able to place that iron Condor trade this morning at 65.55, 65.65 on the call side, 64.90, 64.80 on the put side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $2.35 credit, which was kind of low. I was looking at that at the time, and I was kind of concerned about even putting on the trade. And I said, it's a virtual trade. Go ahead and do it. So I was in that trade at 9.35, out of that trade at 9.38. Was able to close it for $1.95. And that's pretty much it on the trades. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the account and wrap this on up. And hope I got to go to the recording. This is the days. Yeah, this is the days. Yes, this is the days. Because the first time I was hesitant. I got kind of, again, you get a little bit. You start looking and thinking too much. You start making mistakes. I ended up just doing it at my normal default setting that I have. And then I had to add the extra contracts, and that's why I was in at 220, then 245. I averaged it out to 235. Was able to close it for $1.95. I did a couple extra scalp trades in there also, because I did another earnings trade that lost a little bit of money, so I wanted to make that money back to try to keep the account whole. Let's take a quick look at another day. Just to see how things went. We can go back. I can go back through each day if you really want to take a look at it. That's there. And I want to go back to the second. See the second. The second was the good day. It was the day I actually received $3.70 and was able to close that trade for $2.70. I also did a quick scalp that day too. Because again, when the market is doing crazy stuff, you try to do crazy stuff right along with it. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really want to share. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll speak to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.